And as you can see, it says 2018 NFL predictions are totally accurate picks for this year's major awards in Super Bowl 53. As you could see, September 5th, 2018. This was at the beginning of the season. And so let's just go with the intro. Sundays are no longer for family time and going outside. Starting September 9th, Sundays are for football again. There will be no shortage of intrigue when the 2018 NFL season kicks off Thursday. And it has a lot of yada 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 yada, a lot of stuff. So, first, you see, they are going to decide who they think the MVP will be. Beginning of the season, I was just like, Aaron Rodgers is coming back. He's going to be very good. Of course it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. And if it's not him, definitely Tom Brady. He's always a consistent option. They are both lucky if they're both in the top 10 this year. They aren't having really good seasons. Alright, so hear me out with this. Everyone's just like Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes. I don't think it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's on a historic pace. But, I mean, I don't think he can withhold it for the next few weeks of the season. I mean, he hasn't been on his bye week yet. So, Drew Brees might pass ahead of him. I mean, Drew Brees has, he could end up with more yards. And, I mean, he has better completion percentage, better touchdown-interception ratio. All Patrick Mahomes has is the touchdowns. And, I mean, they're going to give Drew Brees a lot of leeway, being that he's 39 years old, and he hasn't even won an MVP yet. And, I mean, this season, he's broken the yardage record, the completion record, and he's on pace to set the completion rate record again for, like, the 4th time in his career. Therefore, I think the MVP this season is going to be Drew Brees. So, let's see what they thought before. So, originally, sorry, I'm going to have to reload this. Originally, they thought Todd Gurley, Aaron Rodgers, Le'Veon Bell, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. A bunch of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you had one Todd Gurley, one Le'Veon Bell, and one who I think is going to be this year, Drew Brees. So, as you can see, there's some explanations. Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, in my opinion, it's between Patrick Mahomes. I mean, if Drew Brees wins MVP, it's between Patrick Mahomes and Todd Gurley. I have to give it to Todd Gurley. He's having another really good year, maybe even better than last year's season. I mean, he is looking sharp. So, this is who they thought. At the beginning of the season, I originally thought probably Le'Veon Bell. Honestly, thought he was going to come in there and be like, yo, what it do? I'm having a great season. But didn't happen. You can see a lot of Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Le'Veon Bells. It's pretty spread out. So, Defensive Player of the Year. Before the season started, it probably had to be, I don't know. I was honestly thinking Jalen Ramsey, probably. He was supposed to have a great year. I mean, he was looking really sharp. I mean, these people thought Joey Bosa, Aaron Donald, Malik Jackson, Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack. Now, by this point in the season, it's got to be Aaron Donald. He has so many sacks. I mean, as a defensive tackle, you don't really expect that. You don't expect a lot of defensive ends. I mean, but what I've seen so far, Aaron Donald is clear-cut Defensive Player of the Year. So, moving on to Offensive Rookie of the Year. Before the season started, I was thinking that, coming into it, I did really like, now, it looks really bad now, I was really liking Josh Rosen and his, highlights from UCLA. I was just like, man, the Cardinals have a lot of good receivers. I mean, Ricky Seals-Jones was looking good. I mean, he's a tight end, but you have Larry Fitzgerald coming in there. You have Christian Kirk, a nice little second or third round pick. I mean, you have good people, and you just need a quarterback. Josh Rosen's going to be that guy. But you could see they thought Dante Pettis, Saquon, Sam Darnold, Anthony Miller, Dante Pettis. In my opinion, Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to Saquon. It's definitely going to Saquon. He's having one heck of a season. He is looking mighty fine. And, yeah. So I'm looking at Defensive Rookie of the Year. Beforehand, I wasn't really looking at the defense. There was a lot of good quarterbacks coming in. But the one person who stood out to me was probably Derwin James. He was looking really good. I mean, he fell. I was just like, why is he falling? His highlights look terrific. I mean, Florida State, really good safety. Now, let's just see what they had to say. Bradley Chubb, Derwin James, Roquan Smith, Derwin James, Roquan. At this point, I think it's the sleeper Darius Leonard in the league. He has so many tackles. He's looked really good for the Colts. I mean, I really like what he brings to the table. As we move on to what's next? Comeback Player of the Year. Before the season, it's like my MVP pick, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he was coming off a ferocious injury, but I mean, he was supposed to come back really, really good. I mean, didn't come like it was supposed to. What did they think? Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, Odell, David Johnson, J.J. Watt, Andrew Luck. At this point of the season, I gotta say Andrew Luck. I mean, he's having a great season. I could see J.J. Watt, but I mean, I think Andrew Luck as a quarterback has a bit more leeway on that side. And I mean, he's having a great season, and J.J. Watt is too, but I gotta give it to Andrew Luck. He's looking really good. Coach of the Year, this is a hard one. I mean, before season, I was thinking probably the Rams had a really good team. Probably Sean McVay, Anthony Lynn, Kyle Shanahan, Pat Shurmur, Anthony Lynn, Kyle Shanahan, Bill O'Brien, Kyle Shanahan. A lot of 49ers, really. 49ers, Chargers. Then you had O'Brien and Shurmur. Definitely not Shurmur. Just gonna throw that out there. But I mean, yeah. I mean, now I could see them giving it to Sean McVay, but if I had the choice, I would have to give it to Sean Payton. A great coach. He has his team on an 8-game winning streak now. I mean, he has good players, but he is really coaching that team. I watched one of the segments on the Sunday NFL Countdown the other day, and 1 or 2 weeks ago. I mean, they did it on his coaching techniques. I mean, he is a great coach. I mean, I would have to give it to him. AFC champion. I mean, I was thinking the Patriots, honestly. I mean, I know it's always Patriots. I'm not a big Patriots fan, but after I watched that Titans game, it's gotta be. I guess before season, I had to give it to the Patriots for sure. I didn't think anyone was gonna challenge them at all, but I know the Chiefs 9-1. Gotta give it to the Chargers though. Phillip Rivers is looking MVP-like on a good winning streak right now. I mean, it would come down to defense to me, and Chargers have a better defense. AFC champions, Steelers, Jaguars, Patriots. Low around the table right there. A lot of people thinking that. I mean, the Jaguars will be lucky if they even make the playoffs now. And you can see that they're picking people right there. Before, I definitely thought the Rams were going to the Super Bowl. They were definitely going to go all the way. They had built up such a massive squad. I mean, they just looked so good coming into the season. Now, I think the Saints are going to win the Super Bowl. I'll be honest, the Saints squad is looking amazing. Like, keep room for the Packers. Gotta hope that they make it, but I think the Saints got it locked up. Super Bowl champion, I just said it. Before season, I thought it was the Rams. Now I think it's the Saints. Saints squad looking pretty fine. And I think that might wrap it up. So, all those awards, those are my predictions. I mean, along with before the season MVP, along with Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. I forgot to mention this. I was probably also thinking Johnny Manziel or Colin Kaepernick was going to go in there and do something. But, I mean, that didn't work out. I mean, both quarterbacks were looking really good coming into the season. No. So, I hope you enjoyed my NFL midseason predictions and also comparing them to one before. And I would just like to thank you all who watched. And I will see you next time. Peace out. Deuces.